Hi guys, it's me. So I'm here and I'm working on some stuff and trying to get some things going. And then I had a thought about submission. Um, I had some conversation with a couple people and then just seeing, the random Facebook posts. And we live in such a finger pointing society, especially in relationships, on who should do what and how should. Ooh. And I think the problem is because we raise boys and girls to have two separate standards as children, by the time we become adults, we are in two different mind frames. Follow me. As a little girl, we're taught, you save your body, one man, you're a princess, you're the best girl in the world. We're taught to be placed on a pedestal, right? It gets confusing if there is no dad in the home. It gets confusing if there is abuse growing up because TV and books and society says that, but then personal experiences may reflect differently, and then that is a whole confusion within itself, right? So then on the reverse, little boys are taught, get all the girls, get the girlfriends, how many girls you got, don't settle down so fast, get as many as you can, all that kind of thing. And then now when we're teenagers, we as little girls, we trying to do good and be good or whatever the case may be. Now, again, some of us were a little faster than others, and that, again, goes into personal experiences. If there was a dad in the home, if not, if there was some sort of abuse, you tend to look for affection and attention and, those kind of things. But those are different, very isolated and specific situations. But in a general, those are what's taught. Girls are taught to do one thing, boys are taught to do something else, right? So then we're in high school, middle school, and we're starting to get these hormones, and no matter what people tell us, you're gonna do what your body is feeling and all that stuff, and learning to control that growing up. But we're lied to by these little boys in high school, from the first boy that we get, and he tell us he love us and this and that, and we believe him, and he may have another little girlfriend on the side and this and that. So then we're taught, oh, you're a liar. And then we get with another guy, and he's a liar too. And we get with another guy, and he says, I'm not like other dudes, I'm not a liar. And you trust him or whatever, but then some time passes, and eventually he may end up lying too. And so the lack of transparency that we're taught, that are taught to our young men, they bring that into relationships. They bring lies and, deceit in the backdrop into relationships. Now, again, some of them may be good and tell the truth or whatever, but for the most part, come on, dudes, y'all know y'all be lying. Y'all say one thing to us, and then y'all be texting and talking to another girl, telling her the same exact thing, or blatantly omitting that you have one when you do, all kinds of things. So you guys lie, right? And you still expect, though, for us to submit to you. Some of you want submission, and you don't even think about marriage. You want submission when you're dating, or when she's just your girlfriend or baby mama, and you still think that you are owed submission. But then, on the verse, the girls are kind of taught like guys are liars, and I can't really trust them. So by the time we're of age and we're thinking about marriage and all that stuff, we have the fantasy, because again, content and community tells us marriage is this great, wonderful thing that we should have. It makes us wonderful and whole. But then experiences tell us and show us that that's just not the case. So you then get this culture of hardened masculine women who are learning to do things for themselves and love on themselves because the men are presenting falsettos. And then men, by the time you're actually ready to settle down and you don't want to play anymore, now it's harder for you to find good women because all these women are angry or they're left with children because the guy lied and turned out to be something he's not, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So you're expecting her to be perfect. She's expecting you not to be a liar. And she's not perfect and you are lying. And so you have these back shots and forth of who's what. And see, and all of us are broken. All of us are messed up by our parents from one way or other. All of us. Whether it's good things or bad things, we are traumatized by our parents in some sort of way, shape, or form. And so we both unfairly will blame each other and find reason not to submit. And now, even in that, submission is so funny because guys want submission. And you don't even know what you're asking for. Submission is asking a woman to submit her life to you. That's what you're asking. You're asking me to be your forever worker, to work at your company forever, right? To submit my time, my energy, my everything into you, right? This is what you're asking for. But you're also asking me to submit my fears. You're asking me to submit my dreams, my goals, my heart, my emotions, my mental. You're asking me to submit to you because, yeah, this when men say, oh, women want everything, that's what you're asking me to give you. You're asking your woman to give you everything when she submits to you. So when I'm submitting to you like you are my God on earth, I'm respecting you and revering you. You're the only man for me, even though statistically I might not be the only woman for you, but you want to be the only man for me, right? And I'm speaking for all women, not just me directly. All women. But if you want to be the man, the only man that I submit myself to, my body to, that means I got to submit my mind to you. That means I got to submit my thoughts to you. That means I have to submit my fears to you. That means I have to submit my dreams, my goals, my aspirations, my crazy, my good, my bad, my ugly to you. So yeah, some days you got to be my pastor, my teacher, my doctor, my coach. Some days you got to be my dad. Some days you got to be my everything. And some days you got to be my nothing. But if the proportion of those things are at a disarray and I don't feel like some of my needs are being met, it is impossible for me then to fully submit to you because you don't fully meet my needs. And let me tell you something, fellas. Most women who love you, if you notice, we don't scream, pay my bills. We don't scream, where your money at? I ain't talking about the girls you trying to date, the chicks online, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the one you know that's down for you. The one that you know when you was broke, she was still riding with you. The one that you know, no matter what transpired between y'all up until this point, she's still there with you. If you can't allow that woman to feel safe under your care, under your name, under your moniker, under your dynasty, under your roof, what you pay for means nothing to her. It means nothing. Because nowadays, we know that's obsolete. Nowadays, you need two people to pay for stuff. Nowadays, you can't just go off of one income unless you got it like that. But even then, if you got a woman that is willing to help you pay, then you paying for things is not enough. Provision, yes, that is a part of your role. Yes. But it's not a need. It's not a need for that right woman for you. It's like a prereq. It's something you already supposed to come with, right? Because it'll be something that she already come with. She ain't gonna come broke, or just unwilling to get up and do something. So she's not gonna want somebody who's not willing to get up and do something. So that doesn't matter. What matters to a woman, I'm telling you what matters to a woman. I can't speak what matters to a man. I can only assess what I see and then assume and articulate that. But I know what matters to women. What matters to women is if I feel safe with you mentally, emotionally, can I break down and be my ugly in the privacy of what would be my own home? But because you asked me to submit to you, I want to know if I break down in my ugly shit and you right there, you're not going to make me feel like I'm not even safe in my own home. Are you listening to me, men? That's what it's about. If you set the tone, I saw a video, and it's true, you set the tone. Right? And it's hard for men. Ladies, it's hard for men. It is hard for our black men. And I'm going to tell you why. Because just like we come from broken homes, they do too. We come from a broken society, they do too. And the problem is they don't have that outlook to express their feelings. And honestly, fellas, it's your fault. And I'm going to say why it's your fault, because these are your feelings and you got to own them. See, we women, we take accountability for our feelings. Yeah, I feel. We beat you down with the I feel because we take accountability for them. We own our feelings. But you guys, you only express anger. You think that the only emotion you can express is anger. So what you do is you don't really respond to female feelings and emotions, but then when you have those same female feelings and emotions, you say you don't have a safe space to let them out. And I think you don't have a safe space to let them out because you know that when that female or just people in general let their emotions out with you, sometimes you aren't the safe space. And so you don't trust other people to be a safe space because you know you aren't a safe space. You know your woman can't really safe space. And I ain't talking about in the beginning when it's all good and everything is new and all that stuff and you're, I'm talking about when y'all in it. This for the old school this for the relationships with some time on it. And I see this over and over and over again. And I talk to a lot of people. Y'all know I love relationships. I love dissecting the human brain and the human behavior because I want to know why we do what we do. I don't blame people for good or bad actions. I don't think we have good people and bad people. I think the experiences that we go through individually shape our thoughts. And I like to challenge people to reshape their thoughts because I'm doing it myself. I ain't no teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm just somebody who's very interested in Life University. So I enrolled. I mean, I really had no choice. We're all enrolled in Life University the minute we're born. But, experience are our teachers. The experiences we've had teach us about life. And so I challenge you that if you've had an experience and you got a bad grade with it, maybe you should transfer classes and see if maybe another experience might get you a better grade in that subject area. Now, please tell me that makes sense to you, because it made sense to me, and I ain't got time to be trying to teach y'all. Look, what I'm saying is, damn it, that the experiences that you have in life, sometimes this particular experience that you had is so bad that you can't just fathom the idea of that experience from another perspective being good. So maybe if you were to open up more and listen to other people, especially your partners, men and women, you'll be able to sometimes see from a different perspective, especially if this person has had a similar experience as you and they were able to find the light in the dark. Why would you not want to listen? Why would you not want to be open to that? Why would you not want to grow? As humans, we're charged to grow. We literally grow from the time our parents have sex and an egg forms with the sperm and it shells, and we multiply and multiply and multiply and multiply and grow and grow and grow. And we get so big that we have to come out of our mother to continue our growth, right? We have to separate from her so that we can then grow some more. And we literally grow until we die. Growing mentally is not a female thing. Growing emotionally is not a female thing. It's a human thing. You're humans, and I'm sorry, kings, that you were not allowed to feel like a human with emotions growing up. That's why I promise myself and my son, you will be treated like a human. I wish anybody would tell Liam, stop crying, you a boy. You gonna get cussed out so bad. So bad. I mean, you gonna feel me like you ain't never felt me before. Even if I was in my damn grave, you tell my son that he need to stop crying or stop or act like a man, I promise you, you're gonna feel the wrath of me and all of my spirit. And if you know me, you know I'm protected. I'm coming with my ancestral army about mine. My son will feel like a man. He will feel like a human. He will not be broken, because I will never tell him what has been told to you all, what society tells you all. I tell my son every day. You don't believe me? Ask my husband. I put my son to sleep every night, and every night or every morning when he wakes up, I tell him, you are valuable. You are strong. You are brave. You are enough. You're protected. You are loved. Mommy loves you. Daddy loves you. God loves you. You are here for a purpose. You are a king. I instill that in him, and he's one. And I'm going to say it to him till he's 21, 31, 41. Hell, I'm going to whisper it in his damn dreams when I'm dead and gone and he's 51. I'm going to let him know every day that he is a good man, that he is a loved man, that he is a strong man, that he is able to cry, that he is safe and he is valuable. And guess what? You know what that's going to do? That's going to make him want to find somebody like his mama that's going to let him be safe. And I guarantee you, we out here. We're out here. But in that safety, fellas, I want you to know, she might tell you, you need help. She might tell you, you tripping. She might tell you, I understand, but I think if you try to look at it from a different perspective, no, baby, it's not like that. I think you misinterpreted whatever. You might be surprised at what you receive if you just open up and be transparent and be vulnerable. You want her to submit to you, guess what you got to do? You got to be vulnerable. I know that hurt the cojones. Oof. I'm holding up here, but y'all know. You got to be vulnerable too. You got to be willing to operate in your feminine energy if you want her to bloom in hers. Because that's what you have to do for a woman. You can tell us what we have to do for you, right? I understand you say we don't listen. Sometimes when you say, I just want to sit down and chill, that's all you want to do. There is no outside of it. But you know, y'all think straight line. We think like a ball of yarn. God designed it that way. God designed it that way. He designed for us to depict what you say and he designed for you to groom us and get us right. But we have to go through you as women. We have to. It's in us. It's in us. That woman is going to go through you. She's going to comb through you, sir. She's going to comb through you. She's going to pick through your brain. She's going to comb through your family back. She's going to find out and figure out and analyze because she loves you. That's what we do. If you notice what a woman cares about, she takes much attention to. But see, y'all want us to pay attention to the surface things. We look at the backdrop. Y'all look at the surface. We look at the backdrop. Y'all see the pretty painting? Oh yeah, that's nice. We want to know who painted it, what year it was painted, what kind of paint it used. Was it soft brush? You know, what kind of canvas is it? Y'all just, ooh, that's a nice painting. I'll buy it. You know? That's with relationships. Now, on material shit, then it's flipped. You know, women are, ooh, nice house, nice car. Men are, oh, what's this, what's that, what's this, what's that. That's material stuff, right? But we talking about relational thought process here. Because I know y'all are, oh, y'all female. No. Relational thought process. It's like when we have our kids and we able to do with the kids. We can do that with you too, if you allow us. But see, if you block us, if you guard yourself with your emotions and your moves and your actions, and you're not and you stiff arming us in a minute, we don't know what to do with that. That's when we start short circuiting and going crazy. What's wrong? Trying to figure out what's wrong because it's not calculating right up in here. Something is amiss. And then we hear you and we discuss with you and you tell us and we tell you, and it's like, then we're just on this repeat cycle. Ladies, we could stand to listen a little more and try not to take everything personal, because we do. We take everything these men say to heart. Everything. You got to remember, they rough. Especially if you got a black man from the hood. He a little rough. He gonna talk rough. You know that. He was rough when you met him. He was this way when you met him. He might have smoothed out a little bit, but he's still rough. You know this. You can't take everything personal. You still remember when you was his friend and he'll say that slick shit? You ain't get mad then. Why you mad now? How I know? Because I be doing that. I know my husband got a slick mouth. Look, what? If y'all know me, y'all know him. What? But what I find is when we get into these emotional phases in our relationship, we tend to get very sensitive. If a few things have happened or transpired or enough time has passed or whatever, we tend to forget that. We tend to forget who they truly are and take it personal against them, because then what kicks in is what society says. Not what is. What society says. Oh, he's supposed to talk to you like this and love you like that and do you like this. And then you start, why you ain't? And he looking at you like, but I ain't never. And you knew that. He's like, he can from time to time, but I think these men think after they get us, it's kind of like, what am I finna chase you for? You're mine. And in a sense, I can get it. But fellas, I'm going to tell you, as a woman, it's like, yeah, but I'm a woman. I need to feel wanted on a consistent basis, because when I go out in the street, I'm being chased on a consistent basis. So just like you have temptation all around you, sir, right? Right? Y'all got temptation all around y'all. As a woman, yeah, we love you, but our love language is mental. It's words of affirmation. It's like, it's quality time. It's physical touch. You know what I'm saying? Gift giving, for the most part, we outgrow that shit when we get a little older. Like when you younger, yeah, because you can't really have quality time, so you want gifts. But when you get older, gifts are nice. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. Every woman likes a nice gift from time to time. It's nice. But I bet you if you ask women, would you rather a present or your man presents? I'm pretty sure most women gonna want his presents. Unless he's just been such an ass that she just give me the gift and he can stay out my face. If she feels like that, if he feels like that, But I think, though, again, with submission, men want total submission, but then don't want the responsibility of the total submission. You want the benefits of total submission, but you don't want the responsibilities of it, fellas. And that is never, ever gonna work. Either accept what you get, because it's either continue to give what you're, continue to do what you're doing, and you will continue to get what you're getting. But I challenge you to, as the men, as the leaders, as the king, as the head, as the founder, as the CEO, as the number one, as the one who, when they call and they write and they address any and everything, it's always Mr. First. You are the first one, sir, so you are, whether you like it or not, responsible for changing the situation. Whether you like it or not, you're responsible for changing the situation. Now, women, once he starts changing the situation, you are responsible for maintaining that change. We are responsible for maintaining that change. But fellas, you are responsible for starting it. If you sit your ass down and you sit up here and you really think that changes are supposed to be made everywhere else except with you, you're going to fail every time. And I know as a man, I'm not a man, but I hear multiple men say the one thing that crushed that pride, that manhood, that spirit, is y'all actually failing at something. See, it's one thing for it to be going down, but for it to actually crash and burn? You think your pride and your ego is something to preserve now? Let that shit fail and see what happens. It's going to burn. It's going to burn. But I challenge you, men. I challenge you, kings. I challenge you because I'm one of those women that absolutely does not mind submission. I welcome it. But I am also very smart. I am also independent. I am not even independent because I don't mind becoming dependent. But what I do mind is the fact that I value being treated right over being taken care of. Let me say that. And I think that's what men don't understand. I value, and most women, most good women value the way you handle me more so than the way you fund me or take care of me. Right? Think about it like this. You got a nursing home, right? And the nursing home, you got people that take care of people, right? They in there, they take care of them, they clean them up, blah 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 blah. But they treat them nasty. They talk to them like they ain't shit. They do them any kind of way when they having a bad day, or when they don't, move fast enough or do something the way that they told them to. Damn, Liam is up. Video is done. Bye.